Polarities. Work, rest, direct, empower, big picture, details. Situations where we might be tempted to choose either one or the other, but when we take a step back, we realize that both are needed. Polarities are seemingly opposite states that have to coexist over time if we're going to be successful. They require a both-and mindset because leaning too heavily in one direction or the other will likely land us in trouble. You've undoubtedly seen them, but here's how they sometimes show up. Franklin is dreading his meeting with Sandra. He's excited about his project plan. It's spacious and will let the team be creative and adapt it to fit their own needs. But he's dreading getting Sandra's input. She's going to want deadlines and documentation that will kill any hopes of people thinking outside the box. And for once, he would just like to get through a meeting without the two of them butting heads like mountain goats. Speaking of mountain goats, Sandra's a little bit like his friend Sam. Whenever they go camping, Sam always wants an agenda. It kills Sam not to know what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. To Franklin, the schedule feels like work, so he's always pushing back. Why can't we just go with the flow and see what we get into? This tension between flexibility, keeping things open and fluid, and structure, giving things a framework and guidelines, is a polarity. When we treat it like it's either or, we typically bump into something or someone pushing in the other direction, which gets us stuck. Or worse, it can create a lot of suffering, hard feelings, people taking sides, wasted time, and poor results. Either or mindsets are good in some situations, like if you're deciding which shirt to buy, how to get out of a burning building, or which job offer to accept. But polarities don't work like that. With polarities, we need a blend of both, because both sides have benefits and both can create negative impacts when they're overused. In Franklin's case, he sees lots of benefits to flexibility. It allows people to go with the flow, which leads to creativity and the ability to take advantage of new ideas that pop up, all the stuff he loves and what he prides himself on. But when flexibility is overused and taken too far, it can lead to wasted time, chaos, and missed opportunities, all the things that drive Sandra and Sam crazy. That's why they like the benefits of structure. Things are efficient and orderly, which brings a good sense of predictability. While Franklin knows these things are good, he's been around long enough to know that Sandra and Sam both sometimes overuse structure, which ends up creating rigidity, keeping people stuck in the same old, and not allowing any deviations or ability to take advantage of new ideas. While it's easy to get stuck and just see a polarity from either one perspective or the other, what we know is that when leaders and organizations can step back and use a both-and mindset to see a different perspective, a third way that blends the best of both poles, they outperform and do better than those who use only an either-or way of seeing. Thinking of it this way, Franklin tweaked the project plan to be more flexibly structured, like the bendy poles of Sam's tent on their camping trips. He added some deadlines for the key deliverables, but not to everything, and added some guardrails that would keep the team moving in the right direction without losing the freedom to be creative. It felt a bit outside his comfort zone, but he was pretty sure that stepping into the vulnerability of doing it differently would be worth it. And Sandra agreed. Polarities are everywhere, in our families, organizations, schools, healthcare systems, in our communities, everywhere. Learning to navigate them reduces suffering, creates superior, more sustainable results, and makes for a better world. To learn more, check out Navigating Polarities by Brian Emerson and Kelly Lewis, and their online course at andiron.com. Learn about the Key Polarity Indicator, a sense maker that shows how well you're navigating 6 key polarities and helps develop a both-and mindset at keypolarityindicator.com, and read And by Barry Johnson. Regardless, good luck building a both-and mindset to supplement your either-or.